Hi, everybody. It's Dr. Carolyn here, and today I'm bringing you the third of 5 keys to recovery from binge eating, food addiction, or emotional eating. Now, we've talked about key number 1, which was stopping superficial behaviors, and we've also talked about key number 2, which is emerging from the emotional soup. So today we're going to be talking about key number 3, which is embracing your body's wisdom. Now, I know that many people who struggle with food addiction, binge eating, or emotional eating, one of the biggest things that they struggle with is our body image issues. So I'm going to tell you a story of one of my patients who is that may resonate with you. Her name is Marla, and Marla has had difficulty expressing anger and fear in particular. And when those emotions come up, she just disconnects from her body, so she doesn't really feel anything. Her dissatisfaction with her body started when she was really young, around age 8. Now, at that time, her mother became ill and was in bed a lot. And so Marla, as the oldest of 2 children, had to take on the role of caretaking her mother and her younger sister. So she literally didn't have a childhood. She became the adult who was the caretaker. She'd left her childhood behind and she put her own needs aside. And during this time, food became her comfort and her escape. She literally couldn't remember a time when she was aware of what she was feeling. All she remembers is feeling unhappy with her body and feeling betrayed by her body for being bigger than she wanted to be. So when we talk about body image issues, I always say that the body image issues are a red herring, meaning that we put all of the emotions we're not expressing on our bodies, and then the body size or the body shape becomes the focus. So we don't have to really look at what we're feeling. So one of my favorite sayings is, your body has all the wisdom you need to manage your life. And that means even to make changes in your life. The body is the early warning system that helps you identify emotions that you're feeling. It helps warn you about people or places or things that you should be cautious around. And your body can provide you expert knowledge and advice on what to eat, how much to eat, when to eat, and so on. You can also use your body to experience true mindfulness by connecting to your body's wisdom and using your body to ground yourself emotionally. Now, despite all of this, many people, especially those with eating, food, and body image issues, struggle with body hatred or body dissatisfaction. So what is body image? Well, body image is literally the picture you hold in your mind about your body. Now, sometimes that picture is, I would say most of the time, that picture is really distorted. You may have had the experience where you grew up thinking that you were heavy as a child, or you were told that you were too big and you needed to lose weight as a child. And then you look back at photos of yourself and you realize you really weren't that big. And so someone telling you that you were big planted that image in your mind of what your body really looked like. And sometimes that endures throughout your life. So when you experience negative feelings about your body, it can also be due to past hurts or trauma from childhood. And that can lead you to disconnect from your body. And this can lead to your self-evaluation or how you feel about yourself being tied to your body size or shape, and then a desire to whip your body into shape. So what are some of the causes of body image issues? Well, first of all, we know that social media can be a primary cause when you are going on social media and comparing yourself to influencers or celebrities or other people who are thinner and who are portraying that thin ideal. Newer trends, however, in body positivity and body image activism and advocacy, however, have contributed to help people improve their body image and their mood. So it's really important with social media that you curate, that you choose what you watch, not mindlessly scroll, because that's where you get into that comparison thing, which can bring your mood down and make you feel bad about yourself and your body. Now, another cause of body image issues are what we call attachment styles. Attachment is just the bonding that we have to our mother or father or whoever was our primary caregiver when we were babies. And that attachment bond forms when you're an infant and you cry because you're hungry and someone comes and responds to you, or when you're being held by someone and they look into your face and smile at you. All of those things create a bond between an infant and a caregiver. But in some instances, that bond is disrupted, maybe because the primary caregiver has an addiction or a mental illness, or the child is in an orphanage, or maybe because your primary caregiver was very abusive. So when you have that kind of situation, it can cause what we call insecure attachment. And this can have a direct impact on your later development, including social development, your ability to be in relationships, your individual perceptions of yourself, emotions, thoughts, and expectations in future relationships. As it turns out, this attachment or early bonding it's a pivotal early relationship, and it also has an impact on your body image, that picture you have in your mind of yourself. If you have an insecure attachment style, it can predispose you to destructive coping mechanisms such as binging and overeating, or emotional eating and food addiction, and also to negative self-esteem and body image dissatisfaction. Number 3 is a past history of trauma, as I briefly mentioned a moment ago. Trauma has a direct impact on the body, causing it often to go into a state of fight, flight, or freeze, and it can lead to hyperactive stress response, making people appear hypervigilant with any kind of stress. Traumatic experiences are stored in what is called body memory, as opposed to our conscious memory. So trauma can trigger the stress response, making it difficult for you to regulate your emotions, making you feel like you're on red alert all the time. And it also makes it difficult then for you to soothe yourself during times of stress. And it may be one of the reasons why you use food to cope and to self-regulate, to self-soothe, and to deal with stress. Or you may use alcohol or other drugs, sex, gambling, other unwanted behaviors. But the bottom line is really your body is your best friend, and may be hard to hear that now. Just keep it in the back of your mind. You don't have to try to force it. When you meet somebody for the first time, it takes time for them to become your best friend. Well, think of your body in the same way. It's as if you're meeting your body for the first time, and you're going to need to take some time to get to know your body and to feel comfortable with your body, to be able to go with the flow with your body, to understand why it acts in the way that it acts. But the body is really where you start to heal from the past traumas and hurts and abuse or neglect. The body, as I said, is constantly offering you wise feedback on what to eat, when to eat, how much to eat. And you just need to listen to kind of become more aware of when your body is talking to and communicating with you. It also talks to you about when to be active and when to rest. And despite what has gone on in your lifetime, it has continued to work on your behalf. Listen to your body's eloquent voice. Make your body your ally and use your body to live in the present, moment by moment. Now, I want to give you some exercises to help you tap into body wisdom, and I will list the questions that are part of the exercise in the notes under the video here. So first, try to relax yourself by taking 3 deep cleansing breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. Do that 2 more times. Make sure you're either sitting on the floor or having your feet flat on the floor. Allow your body to just relax, to let go of whatever's happened in the day. Just take 1 more deep cleansing breath. And when you're feeling relaxed, answer the following questions. So, number 1, if you were to listen to your body's wisdom, how would you address your negative body thoughts differently? So if you were to listen to your body's wisdom, how would you address all of the negative thoughts you have about your body in a different way? For example, you may say to yourself, I will interpret my negative thoughts and say neutral. I will interrupt my negative thoughts and say neutral things about my body. And at some point, I will try to say kind things about my body, but start with neutral. Number 2, if you were to listen to your body's wisdom, what would it say to you about your body right now? For example, it may say, I'm on a journey to healing that will benefit my body, mind, and spirit. So you might want to take a moment and journal about those questions and just see if you can start the process of reconnecting with your body and tapping into your body's wisdom. I hope this has been helpful. This is Dr. Carolyn. I want to remind you that I'm offering a free copy of my book, The Food Addiction Recovery Workbook. I pay for the book, you pay for the postage, and we also offer an ebook, which you can get free as well. So I'm going to put the links in the notes below. So if you haven't done so already, please, grab that free copy of the Food Addiction Recovery Workbook. Okay, I'll see you next time. Thanks for listening.